In a bustling city full of traffic, lights, and rushing people, there was a small neighborhood where a little boy named Ayan lived with his parents and his best friend, a loyal brown dog named Bruno. Ayan wasn't rich. His clothes were old, and his shoes had holes, but what he did have was a heart full of love. Mostly for Bruno. Bruno wasn't bought from a store. He wasn't a fancy breed. He was a stray, abandoned, lonely, and hungry, until Ayan found him trembling beneath a bench outside his school. Instead of looking away like others did, Ayan stopped, approached him slowly, and fed him his own sandwich. That day, a bond was formed, unbreakable, pure, and meant to last forever. From then on, wherever Ayan went, Bruno followed. They explored the alleys, shared their meals, chased butterflies in the park, and sat beside the river watching the sunset together. Bruno loved Ayan more than he loved himself. And for Ayan, Bruno wasn't just a pet, he was home. One winter morning, Ayan woke up weaker than usual. His body ached, his skin burned with fever, and he could barely move. His mother touched his forehead and gasped. He was burning like fire. They rushed him to the hospital in a hurry. Bruno chased the car as fast as his little legs could run, barking desperately, not knowing what was happening, only knowing he couldn't let Ayan go alone. As the hospital doors slammed shut, Bruno scratched the glass, crying and whining, but the guards pushed him away. Ayan was taken inside by doctors while Bruno was left outside, helpless and terrified. Ayan's parents tried to calm Bruno, telling him they would return soon. But Bruno didn't trust words, he trusted presence. So he sat and waited. Right outside the hospital gate, Bruno didn't leave, not even for a moment. He stayed under the shade of a large tree beside the main entrance, his eyes always fixed on the doors. He watched ambulances come and go. He saw doctors in white coats rushing to save lives. He saw visitors crying, some smiling, some carrying flowers, some leaving with an empty heart. But every time the door opened, Bruno lifted his head with hope. Will Ayan come out now? Every night, the temperature dropped. Cold winds hit his fragile body. Rain poured and soaked his fur. Hunger turned his stomach into a knot. Some people pitied him. Nurses placed water near him. A doctor once left bread beside him, and children tried to pet him. But Bruno didn't care about anything except the moment when Ayan would run back into his arms. His body was suffering. But his heart was stronger than pain. Ayan was placed in room 204, window 12. Every time nurses opened the curtains, Ayan's eyes searched for Bruno below. And every time he saw that little brown figure waiting, his weak body gathered strength. He would press his hand against the glass and whisper, "Bruno, I'm here. Don't leave me." Bruno, seeing his boy at the window, would wag his tail like crazy, as if saying, "I will never leave you. Never." The hospital workers soon recognized Bruno as the dog from room 204, loyal to a boy fighting for life. Doctors tried everything, but Ayan's illness was stronger. Day by day, his energy faded, and machines began to surround him. His parents cried silently in hallways, praying for a miracle. Ayan knew he was slipping away, but his biggest fear wasn't death. It was leaving Bruno alone in the world. One night, Ayan asked his mother to promise, "Please, don't let Bruno think I abandoned him. He has no one except us." His mother nodded with tears falling on his tiny hands. The next morning, Ayan's window curtains didn't open. Doctors rushed inside. Machines beeped louder and louder, then silence. Outside, Bruno sensed something was wrong. His ears drooped, his tail lowered, and he whined in confusion. He started pacing, running toward the gate, barking desperately as if calling Ayan back. The doors opened, not for Ayan to come out walking, but for his small body to be carried out on a stretcher. Bruno barked loudly, pulling against the hold of a guard. He cried and jumped, trying to reach his friend. His paws scratched the stretcher as nurses gently covered Ayan's body with a white sheet. Bruno barked one last time. A heartbreaking howl the entire hospital heard. He followed the ambulance to the cemetery, running, limping, stumbling, refusing to let Ayan go out of sight. He lay beside the grave until the sun vanished. His soft whimpers were the only sound left in the silence of the night. Days turned into months. Bruno refused to leave the hospital gate, the last place he saw Ayan alive. He believed Ayan would return someday, smiling, calling his name, hugging him like before. The guards grew fond of him and brought bones and water. A lady worker knitted a small blanket for him during winter. Children often sat beside him, telling him stories. Bruno listened, but waited. His eyes, once full of spark, now reflected a deep emptiness. His body, once strong and playful, now weak and thin. His heart still holding on to hope. Every day, he stared at window number 12, even long after new patients moved in. One cold, stormy night, rain crashed like needles against the pavement. Thunder roared. The hospital staff tried to bring Bruno inside, but he resisted. He walked to the same spot near the gate, curled into a small, shivering ball, and looked up at the window one last time. Perhaps he saw something, a small boy waving with that sweet smile. Bruno slowly closed his eyes, his breathing softened, and he drifted into eternal sleep. In the morning, the nurse found him still, peaceful, as if he had simply crossed over to be with Ayan again. Ayan's parents heard the news and returned to the hospital. They picked Bruno up gently, tears streaming like rain. They buried him right beside Ayan, where he belonged. Two names on one shared piece of stone. Ayan and Bruno, best friends forever, love that never ends. Loyalty that never dies. Visitors who pass by always stop, reading the story written there. Many cry, some smile, and everyone leaves with one lesson. Love is not defined by words. It's measured by loyalty, and loyalty has a name, a dog. If you love your mom and dad, don't forget to like and subscribe. Next story, The Dog Who Guarded the Empty House.